Jolan True, and welcome to another episode in the Delta Quadrant called the Kobali Front Part 1.
Are you familiar with the Kobali? Their homeworld is under attack by the Vadwar, and they have requested our aid. I informed the head of their military that you would render them support on the ground. Their city has been under siege for months, and cannot take much more of it. Please do what you can on Kobali Prime, to stop the Vadwar from destroying the Kobali.
Understood. Helm Black Course for Kobali Prime. Maximum warp.
Hello, I'm Captain Harry Kim, Starfleet's military liaison to Kobali Prime. The Vadwar have been assaulting the Kobali homeworld for months now. The Kobali are near a breaking point. They're not trained for war, not like the Vadwar. The Alliance is here to stop the Vadwar and help the Kobali reclaim their home. You and several others will be leading our forces here. I'll be doing some investigations to help support the effort. Good luck.
Same to you, Ensign. Captain Kim. Cannot tell you how good it is to have you here, Admiral. Our people have been bombarded by the Vodwire for months. We cannot take much more of this. Before you go out to the field, I would ask you to help within the city. Morale is at an all-time low, and our people could use a boost.
We've been fighting this war for nearly a year now, and it's taking a toll on our troops. We are a peaceful people. This is the first time my soldiers have been exposed to death and destruction on this scale. They're demoralized and depressed. I'm concerned about the long-term effects on their mental health. You have more experience than we do in battle. It would help if you could speak to our soldiers and share your insights. Please stop by the medbay. Some of the wounded there have asked to meet you.
Of course.
You're part of the reinforcements that everyone was talking about. Please, you have to stop the Vadwar. We can't lose our home. Not after it took us so long to find it.
I promise you I'll do everything I can to help.
5th time I've been in the medbay. Don't think I can go out again after this. Could you take over for me? Everyone here is so scared of the Vadwar. Someone has to be strong.
I'll make the stand against the Vodwar.
My brother, my sister, They're both dead. I couldn't help them. You have to avenge them. Make their deaths worth something. Do what I could not.
Vodwar will pay for everything they have done to you.
Thank you. It may not seem like much, but you've given those soldiers hope. We have several officers who were recently promoted, who might need some additional training, as well as several tasks that could use your presence. Would you mind taking one of them along to let him shadow you? There is so much that we could learn from an experienced Romulan commander.
Of course, your officer can shadow me what tasks need to be done.
We have Vodwar weapons that are known to have properties hazardous to the Kobali. Could you scan the crates containing the weapons and determine what the chemical traces are? Nothing we have has been able to identify it. And I've been told you are quite skilled in this area.
I'll go find one of your Tonkins and then check the Vodwar weapons for chemicals. Greetings, Emerald. One of our recently promoted officers is ready to shadow you. He's eager to see you in action and learn what he can. Are you ready? I'm ready. Call out the captain.
Reporting for duty, sir. It is a pleasure to watch you in action, sir. How interesting. I hadn't thought to calibrate our scanners to detect the chemicals in that frequency. Where did you learn how to do that?
Some time ago, I had to deal with several foreign substances that were difficult to scan.
Interesting. I have so little experience out in the field. I've just been studying everything that I can. Sorry to interrupt. Let's continue.
Let's examine some more chemicals.
This is Captain Kim. I found some information for you. Permission to speak freely.
Granted. What is it, Captain?
Something isn't right here. I've done some investigating, and I don't think the Kobali are being entirely truthful with us.
These people are under siege and you're questioning them?
I have a history with the Kobali. A former crewmate, someone I cared about, died and was reborn as Kobali. She tried to rejoin Voyager, but it didn't work out. Losing someone, and then finding them just to lose them all over again. I'm trying not to let my personal feelings cloud my judgment, and I didn't want to doubt the Kobali, but there's a developing pattern I can't ignore.
What have you found?
Not so much found, as observed. The Vodwar clearly have superior firepower, tactics, and training, right? So why haven't they already wiped the Kobali out? They haven't hesitated to do so on other worlds. Sure, the Kobali have a shield around the capital, but they've been fighting the Vodwar for months now, and they're consistently losing troops and territory. I don't understand how the Vodwar haven't already taken the capital and finished this.
Unless the Vodwar's goal is not to take the city.
Exactly. There has to be some other objective for the Vodwar here, and we need to find out what it is. We have to help the Kobali, and we can't do it if we're blinded.
I want you to continue investigating this while I help with the war efforts.
Understood. I won't let you down.
Excellent. I'll return to the General and see what else is needed.
We can't stop until the Vodwar leave our world.
I've done what I could in the city, General.
Thank you for your assistance. Your presence here means we're not fighting alone anymore. That's more important than you know. My son is in the trenches now, and he could use your... Wait, what's that?
What is it?
The Vodwar are at the gates. You have to help us.
Kim here. Something definitely isn't right. The General is waiting for you. I'll keep trying to figure this out.
That was too close, Admiral. If you hadn't been here, your stand against the Vaudouar would give our people the motivation they need to keep fighting. And we have so much more to do. If the Vaudouar made it this far, then I fear for my son in the trenches.
My son Jitanian is commanding our forces outside the city. The Vaudouar should never have reached us without so much as a warning from him. Something must have happened. Here is his position in the field. Take the nearby transporter and make your way to his command post. He may need assistance.
Understood. Transport pad is offline, sir. According to my scans, it was disabled very recently. It seems there's a problem in the trenches. Looks like we're taking a long way to see Commander Jitanian. It appears so. We better start walking to the city outskirts.
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
Ancient, you're the General's son?
I am, although I understand your confusion. Kobali reproduce by reanimating corpses and then integrating them into our society. We're assigned to existing family groups who teach and care for us. My first life was a long one. I don't remember it, however. I am Kobali, and my father is a source of inspiration and wisdom for me.
Wait, what?
My people do not reproduce in what you would consider a normal fashion. Instead, we use a genetic virus to alter the DNA of corpses from other species, reanimating them and transforming them into Kobali. We call this process rebirth. The process takes several months. Afterward, a new Kobali is assigned to a family group who will help him or her adjust to our culture and learn our language. All memories of the Constaya or past life are left behind. It can be difficult to accept this new life, and my father was of great help to me during this time. Some Kobali cannot accept the change and flee to search for their former lives. In these cases, it's our duty to find these lost souls and help them return.
Why do you reproduce this way?
This is not something we normally discuss with outsiders. Suffice it to say, our ancestors experimented with forces they did not understand, and we were irrevocably changed by their folly. Faced with our own extinction, we found a way to survive. Now rebirth is the greatest gift we can give to the dead. Who wouldn't want a second chance at life?
I see. The General said you needed help.
Yes, we have two problems. Our transporters in our forward base have stopped working, and troop morale is low after the last attack. Could you give us a hand by getting more soldiers back into the fight? I'm still looking into the issue with the transporters.
I'll see what can be done for the soldiers.
Thank you. The soldiers have been beaten down so much I can barely keep them going. But they seem bolstered by the outside help. We still have no idea what's disrupting our transporters. Maybe you can find something on the Vaudouar or from any of their crates in that area.
I'll figure out how to get that transporter working. According to information, the Vodwar have recently placed transport inhibitors in the area to block the Kobali advance. Your orders. Send the data to the Cynthia. We need a way to disable those inhibitors. Sending. 1 moment, sir. Done. Engineering teams have found a wavelength of tricorders can emit to disable the inhibitors. Just need to get close enough to trigger it. Good work. Let's go disable the beacons.
Captain Kim here. I need to speak to you as soon as you return to the city. I've been noticing something strange. When I first met the Kobali, they didn't seem to be a particularly religious people. Lindsay, Jedliah, I mean, certainly didn't say anything about it. However, now, almost every Kobali I've met follows one creed. And there's a temple located just beyond the trenches. I've tried to find out more about their practices, but they keep telling me it's forbidden to share them with outsiders.
Do you think this is a religious war?
Maybe, but I don't remember the Vodwar having a particular belief system either. This may not be much, but I'll continue my investigations. Maybe this one is a dead end.
Keep at it, Captain Ken. I'm counting on your information. The Vodwar shut down the transporter. They're devious, aren't they? With the transporter operational, we can easily send supplies to our forward base. That will help. I'll let you know when we could use your aid again. But I'm sorry, cannot answer any questions about our religion. Privacy is an essential part of our practice. And a temple is sacred space. Only Kobali are permitted to enter.
I'm sorry, but could you return later? I believe you need a break. You've already done so much for us. We couldn't possibly ask you for more. Thank you again.
I've discovered a few interesting things that can help us with the Kobali. Do you have anything on your end?
Only the general's acting odd. What do you have?
I've been thinking. Our only way to find out what the Kobali are hiding is through the Vodwar. We need to find out where they're focusing their attacks, and then why. That may be able to shed some light on the situation.
Do you know how the Vodwar communicate with one another in the field?
Yes. My crew was looking into why our signal jammers weren't working. and we found that the Vaadwaur have comm beacons in all of their camps that act as a miniature subspace array. They can't be jammed because they're shielded, and they provide all the Vaadwaur need for controlled, secure communications. Ingenious, really. I wonder if the Starfleet Corps of Engineers could whip up something like that for us. If B'Elanna were here, I'm sure she could. Anyway, if we could place a trace on one of the Vaadwaur beacons...
We'd have access to all their communications.
Exactly. Once we find out where the Vaadwaur plan to attack, we can reinforce the Kobali and find out what, if anything, they're hiding. There are 4 communications arrays in the trenches area. Planting a trace on each of them should allow the engineers on your ship to spy on the Vaadwaur.
I'll handle putting a trace on the communications arrays. We received your data, sir. Give us a few moments to process it. We hit the data, although the trace was cut short, the Vaadwaur have discovered it. The Vaadwaur technical plans seem to evolve around the temple, not the city itself. According to this, there's a large sealed door that they have been able to break through. Until now, they're planning a large assault on the area soon. Thank you. Connect me to Captain Kim. He needs to hear this.
Your timing is impeccable. A large squad of armed Kobali just left, but they wouldn't say where they were going. Did you find any information?
The Vaadwaur are after the Kobali temple, not the city itself.
The temple? That must be where the Kobali are going. We have to help the Kobali defend that temple. Afterwards, maybe we can see why it's so important to the Vaadwaur.
Agreed. I'll go to the temple and support the Kobali.
The temple is secure and the doors to it are still open? This is our chance. Go ahead. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Understood. I'll be waiting for you inside the Kobali temple.
Looks like we've made it to the lowest level of the temple. Let's see what's in there.
Thank you. If you are here, then it means our secret is revealed. I am sorry, but we did what we needed to survive.
Do you know how to open this door?
Take this. It is the code to open the door. Please, do not judge our people too harshly. You would have done the same if you faced extinction.
We'll see.
That's a lot of stasis pods. Let's get a scan of these. We need to know more.
Scan of the stasis pod indicates it contains Vodwire, but not a soldier. This temple is actually a massive storage chamber for non-military Vodwire elite. The scans indicate the Kobali have been taking Vodwire from failed stasis tubes and converting them into Kobali. Scan for history on stasis tubes. There's been at least 300 tubes have had their inhabitants taken and turned into Kobali over the past 10 years. However, many more tubes have been taken since Kobali arrived on the planet. According to your scans, it's enough that a large portion of the Kobali that you met were probably once Vodwire in their previous lives. Scan data and empty pods. The pods that were emptied all show signs of internal technical failure. No pods that are currently intact have been touched. Of the pods that failed, several of them were repaired and used to store bodies that the Kobali wish to use in the future. Send the data to Cynthia.
I never imagined that we would find this. The Vaudouar aren't fighting the Kobali over territory. They want their people back. This is why the Kobali stopped wandering. Everything they needed was here. It's not right. Some of the Vaudouar in the stasis tubes could still be revived. The Vaudouar are a dying race. Their methods may be extreme, but they're doing what they think they need to do to survive, just like the Kobali are.
We're not here to change the Kobali culture, we're here to protect them from the Vaudouar.
But their culture is directly interfering with that of the Vaudouars. Is that right? Just because we like one side better doesn't mean they're the ones who get to survive. Regardless, we need to take this information to the General and get him to explain why they hid this from us. If the Kobali had been up front with this from the start, we could have figured out a better solution for this.
I agree. Let's go meet with the General.
You've both returned.
General, we know about the temple. When were you going to tell us?
Secrecy protected our future, Captain.
How are we supposed to help you if you won't even tell us what the problem is?
That's enough, Captain.
Captain Draliu, you're late.
The Kazon delayed me. What's the situation?
The Kobali temple is full of Vodwire stasis pods that are using to reproduce.
I see. Captain Kim, no matter our personal feelings, we must follow the Prime Directive. We are not here to change the Kobali culture. We are here to protect them.
We'll talk more about this in private. I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
I'm sorry, Admiral, for everything. We never should have lied, but you're an outsider, and we learned from past experience that not everyone can accept or even understand what we accept as necessary. I couldn't risk losing your support. It won't happen again. I'll give you all the information you need. The Vaudouar will not stop even if we return the remaining stasis pods. You know they won't. And look what they've done to the Turay. Even the Krenim have fallen. I'll give you some time. We'll talk again when I have more information on our next move.
Before we begin, I must... We can't stop until the Vaudouar leave. Before we begin, I must apologize on behalf of the Kobali people. We meant no harm in using the Vaudouar. When we found the stasis pods, Many of them were damaged beyond saving. We honored their fallen by using their forms to preserve our species. The Vaadwaur, however, do not... Our ways are difficult to understand. For some, they may be reprehensible. No matter what the Vaadwaur think, we cannot end this practice without dooming our species to extinction. And that we will not do. Jetanian has sent word that he needs aid. Are you willing to help him?
Of course.
We can't stop until the Vaad...
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
Hanson, your father said you needed more support.
Yes, thank you for coming. One of our bases has been overrun. That facility contained research vital to our cause. Could you go to the base, recover the data, and bring it to one of our forward command posts? One of our scientists will be there waiting for you.
I'll recover the data from the fallen Kobali base.
Thank goodness you're here. You've recovered the data from our lost base? Excellent. I knew you could get the job done. Now, we need your expertise on several issues we're encountering.
Thank you all for watching, and we will see you again soon.